Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is July 26, 2025, and the top news in cryptocurrencies is as follows. Let's start today's episode with Vietnam, which has developed its own national blockchain for identities and records. So Vietnam announced its state-owned blockchain network, which will provide digital exchanges and records in different sectors. The new platform is called NDAChain and was developed by the country's National Data Association. It will be operated by the Data Innovation and Utilization Center of the Ministry of Public Security. Thanks to this platform, Vietnam is now fully included in Web 3, and as you can see, we have Level 1, which is its blockchain. In Level 2, all data and value transfers will take place, and in Level 3, we will find all the platforms that the public will use, such as Facebook, WhatsApp, and the rest of the country's digital services. And this is something I think we'll see a lot of from countries in Africa and Asia, like Vietnam, and eventually it will reach Europe and America, a cutting-edge blockchain that will bring the entire public sector to the blockchain. Moving on, we now go to Nigeria, since I mentioned Africa, which now wants stablecoins. Nigeria is open to stablecoin businesses, the country's fifth highest regulator has said, signaling an effort to revive the blockchain ecosystem with digital assets. Signaling an effort to revive engagement with digital assets more than a year after the crackdown on cryptocurrency exchange Binance. To remind the oldies and inform the newbies, Nigeria used to have Binance operating within its borders as an exchange. However, many Nigerians converted the weak national currency to Binance in exchange for dollars and euros. The Nigerian government essentially accused Binance of weakening the national currency because of this. As a result, it closed the exchange, but it didn't stop there. Two Binance executives traveled to Nigeria to discuss the case and try to find a solution, and for some reason they were arrested. One fled the country, apparently illegally, and the other endured severe hardship before finally being able to leave due to the harsh conditions in Nigerian prisons. And while all this has happened, Nigeria now wants stablecoins in the country. Next, we move on to ARK Invest. We learned that he continues to sell stocks, having sold $12 million worth of Coinbase shares and $6.8 million worth of Block shares. Now it's time for an Ethereum prediction, as Trump's son, Eric Trump, agrees that Ethereum should surpass $8,000 as the global M2 money supply expands. To understand how this article came about, there's this guy here, a trader, investor, etc., who tweeted that the growth in the M2 supply, which simply put reflects how much money there is in the economy, is trending up, as shown by the white line. He says that Ethereum should be worth over $8,000 right now, because as we can see, the blue line representing Ethereum is following the trend of the M2 supply increasing. Eric Trump took that original tweet and said he agreed with it, and so the article was written. Eric Trump agrees that Ethereum should be worth over $8,000. And for the latest news of the day, let's go to Ethena Labs, which is looking to bring its stablecoin to America and tap into a very large market. Specifically, Ethena Labs is preparing to launch its stablecoin, USDTb, in America, which is already capitalized at $1.5 billion. This comes a little over a week after Trump signed the Genius Bill for stablecoins. The cryptocurrency bank called Anchorage Digital will be launching this particular stablecoin in America. This is extremely new for Ethena, because Ethena's product is the stablecoin, so the more it is used, the better for it. There are currently no announced dates for when this particular stablecoin will launch in the US. And now it's time to head to our favorite cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin currently sitting at $117,000. The price hit $114,000 yesterday, but held up remarkably well and returned to our support level. Let's see what exactly scared Bitcoin. First, let me tell you that since this Bitcoin drop, we've had $500 million worth of liquidations. And what scared Bitcoin for a while is a whale, which we saw 2 weeks ago on Crypto News. Well, there's a whale that after 14 years moved Bitcoin out of its management. At the time, we were talking about it being a hack on its wallet. Whatever happened, this whale, as we know from Crypto News, started moving the Bitcoins it held, a total of 80,000 BTC, to various management platforms. We recently learned that a lot of this money has gone to Galaxy Digital, which, through the blockchain, moved this money to various exchanges. As you can see, they sent it to OKX, Bitstamp, Bybit, and so on to sell slowly. slowly. Now, the official announcement has come from Galaxy Digital, confirming that it did indeed sell $9.7 billion worth of Bitcoin, or 80,000 BTC. This is the official announcement from Galaxy Digital, that it completed the sale of 80,000 BTC, more than $9 billion, from a Satoshi-era investor. So this phalanx that we were talking about 2 weeks ago on Crypto News, now we know that it has sold all of its Bitcoin, and that is essentially what caused the Bitcoin price move yesterday. Let me tell you that it is very encouraging that after such an incident, the price of Bitcoin has not only maintained our support, but has also recovered and is showing strength. From a technical point of view, this shows that it is a very strong support level and that the alt season may have arrived. Obviously anything can go wrong, but now we would need very negative news to see something like that happen. That wraps up the top news for crypto today. Is July 26, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone, and have a good day.